Hi everyone, my name is Ashlyn Holliseth and I'm the social media intern here at GWF. Today we'll be going over our third episode of Mammal Monday and be covering the largest mammal found in Georgia, the North Atlantic right whale. So let's get started. So the North Atlantic right whale, or Eublania glacialis, is not only the largest mammal found within Georgia, but is actually the state marine mammal of the state of Georgia. And while the North Atlantic right whale is the only one that can be found off of Georgia's coast, there are actually two other species found within the group right whale that can be found within the world. All three species are within the order Artiodactyl, within the family Balaenidae, which we'll cover in a little bit, and within the genus Eublania. All three species were given the nickname right whale by former whale hunters. They were easy to hunt because they swam slowly, they swam close to the surface, and they swam close to the shores. Once they were killed, they had a wide abundance of blubber to be used in the human market industry. Their oil was used in lamps and perfumes. Their baleen or teeth were used as umbrella ribs, coach whips, as corset stays, or even hairbrushes. Produced, as well as how easily they were hunted, actually led to the near extinction of these three species. However, there are laws in place now that do protect them from being hunted. Within the southern hemisphere, their native right whale is known as the southern right whale, or Eublania australialis. Within the Bering Sea, they have the North Pacific right whale, known as Eublania japonica. And within the North Atlantic, primarily on the eastern seaboard of the United States, we have Eublania glacialis, or the North Atlantic right whale, which is the one we're talking about this episode. Every year from November to March is the North Atlantic right whale's calving season, and that is typically when we find them off the coast of Georgia because that is where they like to have their babies. Every 3 to 5 years, a female North Atlantic right whale will give birth to a singular calf. The gestation period for this singular calf can reach up to a year, with the average being about 350 days. North Atlantic right whales can measure anywhere from 45 to 55 feet, and adults can weigh up to 70 tons, with the males being just a little bit smaller than the females. To put this in comparison with the pygmy shrews, the largest North Atlantic right whale can weigh up to over 18 million dimes. If you're trying to look for a North Atlantic right whale, they will look different when you're on a boat versus when you're in the water. While you're on a boat, the objects will appear to be dark and barely reach the surface. When they reach the surface to breathe, they blow out air from their blowhole and it creates a V shape that can reach up to 5 meters high. If you are unfortunate enough to be swallowed by a North Atlantic right whale, you will actually notice that their throat is ungrooved, unlike most species of whale. Because the North Atlantic right whale is a mammal, they actually will have hair in places that most male humans actually have hair. They will have mustaches and beards. If you look at a North Atlantic right whale, you will see that they are dark in color except for a couple of lighter patches found on their belly, scars, and where these callocytes are. Callocytes are actually crusty growths that crustaceans will stick onto and filter feed off of the whales. Callocytes are common near their beards, near their blowhole, and near their eyes. These callocytes can be numerous different colors ranging from white to orange to pink or to yellow. Another silly name that researchers have dictated to these callocytes are known as whale lice. As previously mentioned, right whales do not have any teeth, but instead have baleen. Baleen whales are larger than toothed whales and actually will have 2 blowholes instead of 1. Baleen are made out of the same things our fingernails are made out of, a protein called keratin. The baleen will hang down from the upper jaw of the whale in almost a comb-like structure. The individual bristles on the comb can actually reach up to 9.5 feet. This allows the whale to do something known as filter feeding. When they swim, they will open their mouth and allow the comb-like structure to keep away all the bad things that they don't want to eat and only consume the small particles that they can easily digest. The North Atlantic right whale is known for eating crustaceans, krill, or capopods, which is just another word for small crustaceans. Right whales were listed as endangered in 1970, but it wasn't until 1972 that the Mammal Protection Act came into place. This, along with the Endangered Species Act and the Georgia Endangered Wildlife Act of 1973, allowed organizations to protect individual species as well as their habitat that they utilize for breeding, eating, and everything else. These acts have allowed for more citizen knowledge on these species. Places like Main Beach, Florida will even have right whale festivals where they will bring in up to 10,000 people every year to experience calving season off of their coasts. That's 2 times greater than the population of right whales found off the coast of Georgia. In all, these great big species rely heavily on legislation to ensure the survival of their populations. They need us to protect their prey species as well as their breeding and calving grounds. One super cool thing in Georgia is that you can actually help protect the right whales. If you see one, you can call this number down below and report its findings. This will help researchers get a better estimate of population as well as know exactly where their useful habitat is. In all, that is all the time we have left for this Mammal Monday. Thank you all so much for joining me and for learning about the largest mammal found off the coast of Georgia, the North Atlantic right whale. I hope you all have been enjoying this series, and thank you so much for your love and support. Until next week, bye!